Let's talk about mag couplers. Mag couplers have been a thing for a long time. The famous one is the Larry Vickers dual mag, jungle style mag, where you've got kind of an angled one, and those are sick. Um, I don't personally feel that they serve a great purpose besides being the ones in the gun. You can't really carry them on your kit very well. And so, like, it just doesn't work in placards, right? So, if I'm going to carry some extra dual mags, they would be in an assault pack or something like that, maybe in a back panel for homies to grab, whatever. But even then, the dual mag takes up so much space widthwise that this still is not a preferred method for me. I do like the idea of a dual mag being the one that's staged and ready to go, and then you have the rest of your mags, whether it's 6 or 7 or 17, whatever you guys like to do, maybe even 3. I like the idea of the stage one being the dual mag and nothing else. So it kind of led me to the point that I want to talk about a few things. So everyone has seen the Zen 10 modification, I'm sure. This is one I just made. I used a Zemo can, and I really like this idea just because it produces less waste, right? A lot of us lip pillow enjoyers have cans laying all around our house that our girlfriends or significant others get mad about. Why not take one and tape some mags together? So as you can see here, I'm not going to talk about this one for a long time because this has been done by tons and tons of people, and I might make a short about it, but for long form, I just think it's played out. You take one mag, you tape a lip pillow can to it, done. Put 4 or 5 good bands on it so it's nice and sturdy, not going to rotate. Then you take your second mag, lay it on top, whatever you like. I like them to be about flush with each other just because I think it works well. And you just tape that mag to the top of that. So that's the first one we're going to talk about. Second one we're going to talk about is the ETS mags. Now, personally, I think these are really cool because of how they lock together. However, I think they're also trash. I've had several ETS products in the past for Glock mags and other things like that, and they never seem to want to seat as well as they feel really cheap. But this is like the G36 kind of style mags, and I think these are really cool just because you can put them on either way and they'll snap together. So this might be something you're interested in looking at. This will save you some schmeckles. It's not as cheap as the last one because that one is basically free, right? Because we're using waste that we've already produced. But these ones, I want to say they're like $20 or something, maybe even for the pair. They're pretty cheap. They might work well enough, but they're not going to be super reliable long term. But they do kind of look neat. I mean, you could stack 50 mags on it if you really felt like. I do not suggest that. So that's the second one we're going to talk about. We're not going to touch on it long because this is a product that I don't think I personally believe in. But if you want that kind of cool look and the little stanced out look, it is kind of neat. And if you're just plinking with the ARPs and with the homies, these are fine. The third option we're going to talk about is the PMag or the Magpul PMag coupler. So I actually picked up both of these long boys on Black Friday at a pawn shop. I paid $30 for both of the long boys and the coupler together, which is pretty cool. Usually the mags are $15 a piece, so whatever, you get the free mag coupler. And I like this one a lot. It's screw mounted. They're not going anywhere. They grip on there pretty easily. Sometimes you might have to sand a lip down or something to get these to seat really, really nice on the mags. But this is cool. And the other day I was watching a Dirty Civilian video about IARs or infantry auto rifles. And they were talking about combat load being 600 plus rounds and all this stuff and where to carry them, and chest rigs and sustainment rigs are going to do that a lot better. And I agree with them 100%. I really like their videos. But one thing they didn't mention is these long boys as far as dual mags. They were using like the D60s and stuff like that, which is dope, or D50s, whatever they are, which is super dope and probably going to be more efficient. But if you wanted to add just a few extra in there, you could run these. I can't say how long they are. These 20 round mags, you could run these, and you got 4 of those basically. And this being staged in your rifle is pretty sweet. You add the DOS boot on there, you get a +2. They feed pretty good. They work good. You can pick these up cheap at pawn shops. And this is pretty sweet. as well as the long boys by PMag, or the long PMags, are kind of a cool piece of kit in and of itself, because you do get that extra little bit on top over the standard PMags. These are cool for like your speed mag, a belt mag. If you want to run all long boys, like that's cool. Like 3 of these equals 1 more additional standard PMag. So I think that's pretty cool. And these are neat. But this is just something I wanted to touch on, you guys, real quick.
What?
Talk about because I do see it quite frequently on Instagram and YouTube and all that, and I think it's really neat. But ultimately, it's going to be up to you guys whether you want to carry dual mag, not carry dual mag, carry a drum, just carry a bunch of mags, whatever you guys want. I just thought it would be a neat video. So thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you guys enjoyed this video. And thanks a lot.